Hi, I'm John Kellogg, Director of Break the Cycle Global. Thanks for taking just a couple minutes for a very brief overview of an exciting vision that God has given us for a global community to come together and bring the kingdom of God into Samburu, Kenya. The Samburu people are a pastoralist community, which means that they raise camels and cows, goats and sheep, and they travel depending on the needs of their animals for grazing and water. I met the gentleman on the motorcycle. He's a Samburu elder named John Jamalatipo about 5 years ago. And he said to me, John, nobody will take the gospel to the desert where my people are. And so the Lord said to me, John, I have sons in the desert, but who will tell them? So John Jama and myself and another Samburu elder named Isaiah took our fuel and tents and things by bike into the interior for several weeks. As we came out, we came in an area called SuraAdoru, of which Isaiah is one of the founding elders. The chief and elders there were very appreciative of our efforts, and they offered us 5 acres to begin a mission center in SuraAdoru. There is no running water, no power, and no medical facilities, so they have a great need to be developed as a community. So one of the things that the government has done has gone to the chief and elders and begun community conservancies. In the bottom right corner is Chief Lenduda and I, and he is the chief of this conservancy called Inkotea. Now the conservancies give communities a framework and the right incentives to protect the diverse wildlife they share the landscape with, manage rangelands and fisheries more sustainably, and improve regional peace and security. They also provide a vehicle for business development, helping to diversify and boost economies in some of Kenya's most marginalized areas. So on this last trip, Chief Lenduda came to me and asked if I would help him. And the need they have is that a country became a donor and gave them the money to build a safari lodge, which is now complete. Chief Lenduda's request was that I would manage the lodge for him. One of the benefits of being the manager of the conservancy is not only do you have complete autonomy in terms of who uses the facility, but I will also be a member of the board of the community, meeting with the chief and elders to make decisions about infrastructure and how the money is spent. As you can see on these top pictures, the current state of the lodge is very basic. The infrastructure is there. What's amazing to me is somehow they created it with flushing toilets, with hot water showers, and with power through solar, so that the kitchen area actually has a stove, has freezer, refrigerator, and cooler. In the middle, you can see these are the animals that we're protecting through the lodge. There's sometimes hundreds of elephants at one time at the lodge. There are leopards and lions and giraffes and zebra. But we also have a sister lodge nearby, which you can see at the bottom, and it's a very well-developed lodge. It has an infinity pool and has been outfitted in a higher way than the current lodge in SuraAdoru. So we certainly have the ability to upfit, and the group that did this design, these storyboards, is an architectural firm, John Plagueman Architects, here in Burlington, North Carolina, and they're committed to the project to continue to help design and develop this property as is needed. The vision for this safari lodge that I believe is that it become mission-minded, not just in the sense of a mission to help build infrastructure and help these people and advance the kingdom of God there, but doing it by creating a creative space for artists and leaders from the U.S. and Europe and around the world to be able to go to have a space where they can be with the Lord, be quiet, write, paint, do photography, whatever it is that they have need to do. We've created a very special, unique space for them, and it helps bring a path to peace for this community, and also at the same time developing a global community. Thanks for taking these few minutes. I look forward to sharing with you in person any questions that you may have in more detail about the ministry.